In recent years, the phenomenon of UFOs, or as the government now calls them, UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, has gained increasing attention from the media and experts. With mysterious and unexplained reports, many are asking, what's really going on? One of these events caught the attention of the United States in December 2023. For 17 consecutive nights, Langley military base, one of the country's most protected, was targeted by swarms of unknown drones. But were they just drones? Or is something much bigger happening? Get ready to uncover the secrets of a supposed mothership controlling these enigmatic objects. Picture this: night falls, and unknown objects appear in the skies over one of the most important U.S. Air Force bases, Langley Base in Virginia. For over 2 weeks, these objects flew over this highly restricted zone, moving at high speed and emitting intense lights, defying all air security. To make matters worse, none of the military's signal jamming devices, the so-called drone busters, could stop them. The testimonies that emerged are even more surprising. Several officers reported that these drones made no effort to hide. In fact, it seemed they wanted to be seen. It was as if they were mocking the defenses, provoking a response. But what are these objects? And why was Langley, home to the U.S. Air Force elite, targeted by such a direct attack? Langley is home to half of the F-22 Raptor fleet, the most advanced stealth fighters in the world. The fact that these drones invaded such a protected space raises unsettling questions about who, or what, was behind these daring maneuvers. But things get even more disturbing. According to Chris Mellon, a former Pentagon official and one of the leading voices on the subject, some of these incursions involved much larger craft, what he calls a mothership. These large aircraft, moving at incredibly high speeds, apparently release swarms of smaller drones that carry out reconnaissance missions. What's even more intriguing is the lack of clear explanations. Even jamming technologies used to combat drones have no effect on these craft. It seems they are ahead of any current defense system, leaving military and scientists baffled. But the big question is, where are these drones and their controlling ships coming from? Some theories suggest they could be foreign espionage devices, possibly from China. But the way they operate, with unusual resistance to countermeasures and total indifference to detection, raises doubts. If they were espionage drones, why would they be so overt and risky? While these mysterious objects flew over Langley, the U.S. government took drastic steps to try to understand what was happening. In addition to the military, NASA was called in to help. Using its WB-57F aircraft, equipped with one of the most advanced aerial cameras in the world, the U.S. Space Agency circled Langley Base, trying to capture detailed images of these drones. This NASA aircraft is capable of reaching altitudes over 15,000 meters, with cameras that capture images in different wavelengths of the electromagnetic spectrum. Even so, investigators failed to unravel the mystery of the drones. And it wasn't just Langley where these events occurred. Similar incidents were reported in California, near the F-22 factory in Palmdale, indicating that this is not an isolated phenomenon. If these drones could penetrate the airspace of one of the most secure bases in the United States, what does this mean for the country's security? General Mark Kelly, Air Force commander, stated in interviews that if these events repeated in places like the National Mall in Washington, the consequences would be catastrophic. Despite all efforts, answers remain scarce. Witnesses reported seeing drones flying in geometric formations, like diamonds, and mysteriously disappearing. Even with the help of NASA and the Pentagon, the government has yet to precisely identify the origin and objectives of these incursions. The situation is so serious that it led to weeks of emergency meetings at the White House, as authorities try to figure out who is behind these incursions. Could it be foreign espionage? Or something entirely beyond our comprehension? Experts are divided on the origin of these drones. While some believe they could be advanced military espionage devices, others suspect they might come from secret technologies developed right here in the United States. But if that's true, why would they be provoking such sensitive installations? One case that stands out involves a Chinese student caught photographing U.S. Navy ships in Norfolk, Virginia, using a commercial drone. Although this specific incident seems amateur compared to the drones over Langley, it highlights the growing vulnerability of American air security. Mysterious drones, a mothership, incursions over elite military bases. What does it all mean? The evidence is piling up, but the answers remain out of reach. What we know is that these activities are intensifying and challenging the most sophisticated defenses the world has ever seen. Whether it's foreign technology, local espionage, or something completely out of this world, one thing is certain: the mystery of the drones over U.S. military bases is far from solved. Stay with us as we continue to explore these mysteries. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave your like, and share your theories in the comments.